Hello, welcome back to this book reading channel. Welcome back to Papa-Norr's story time. My name is Papa-Norr. If you're new to this channel, I would like to encourage you, urge you, and nudge you. Please watch the video, like it, subscribe to it, and click on that notification button. And most important of all, share it with your friends and family if you're enjoying it. We've read many diverse kinds of books on this channel so far, of course with the permission of the authors. And as the book reading is going on, we tell you where you can find and buy these books on Amazon, on the Book Nook Dog Store, on Citrus, etc., etc. Last week we had a different author, Hosea Baker Lee III, who read to us the Japanese fried chicken, full of very subtle messages and encouragements for biracial families. Today we are here to read another African folktale series, a book by one of the African folktale series, and the book is The Fate of the Deceitful Tortoise. The Fate of the Deceitful Tortoise. So this is the book. So let's get into the book, shall we? This Nigerian folktale shows what happens when the deceitful tortoise plays a vicious game on animals trading at the Nkwoagu market. Nkwoagu was the biggest market area in all the land. So, all the animals from the neighboring villages, hamlets, and towns went there to sell and market their wares every day. When the clever tortoise saw them marketing their food and all kinds of jewelry and diamonds, he decided to concoct a diabolical plan to steal their items. One cloudy day, he hid in a small pit adjacent to the market. And when the market was crowded with many animals buying, selling, and haggling over these wares, he shouted loud and clear, "All animals in this market, listen to what is coming to get you. Because you have disobediently violated the traditional beliefs of the sacred market of Nkwoagu by selling, haggling, and buying in the sacred place, this sacred place is not meant for such abuse. So, calamity from the gods will befall whomever the gods catch right now. The gods are on their way to catch you right now. You better run!" When the animals in the market heard him sing the song twice, they fled and left their wares behind. They knew that the marketplace had originally been a place of sacrifice for the gods, but the stubborn chiefs had converted the site to a marketplace, much to the gods' annoyance. As quickly as the animals ran out of the market, the tortoise came out of his hiding place and stole the most expensive and valuable wares he could find. The next day, when the animals returned to the market to have a look around, some of the merchants discovered that most of their valuable wares, like diamond necklaces and gold ornaments, had been stolen. About a month later, the animals decided to return to Nkwoagu market. About a month later, the animals decided to return to Nkwagu market to sell their wares, believing that the traditional gods would have mercy, knowing that they had to buy and sell to survive. As before, when the selling, buying, and haggling of the merchants and buyers were at their peak, the tortoise hid in the same pit adjacent to the market and sang loudly again. This time, his song created the same amount of chaos and pandemonium, with the animals running for their dear life, trampling each other over to get away from the market. So once again, the tortoise achieved what he set out to do. By sowing confusion among the animals, he was able to steal their valuable wares. The next day, the animals were incensed about what was happening because they could see that somebody was playing a clever trick on them. So they hired the owl to find out who was really singing. The owl disguised himself by painting half of his face with charcoal and the other half with chalk. And then he hid behind the same small pit adjacent to the market. As usual, the animals gathered in the market to sell their wares. But no sooner had they gathered than the deceitful tortoise began to blow his large horn and sing his song, insulting the animals and accusing them of being ungrateful to their traditional gods. They had better run for their lives, he warned, because the gods were going to catch them. Catch them red-handed for violating their sacred right. As usual, the animals ran away. But the owl eased his way behind the tortoise and saw him stealing the valuable goods of the merchants from the market. The owl shouted in excitement and called all the animals together to come and see the traditional gods who were stealing their wares. When the animals gathered around the tortoise, they wanted to kill him right then. They wanted to kill him right there and then for deceiving them and stealing their wares. But they decided to collectively impose a death sentence on him. They locked him up in a tiny hut to wait execution by the lion the following day. The tortoise was awaiting execution, deathly afraid as the minutes ticked away and daybreak slowly gnawed the night away. At dawn, the tortoise's wife was allowed to visit him in a small hut. When she got inside, the tortoise asked his wife to run home to bring him his ogiri, a blackish ointment made from fermented lemon seed, and rub it all over his body. The wife ran as fast as she could, brought the ogiri, and rubbed it all over his body. Then she quietly left the hut. The next morning, all the animals assembled for the execution. Some were impatient for the tortoise to be executed for playing deadly games on them. But when the animals approached him, the smell of the ogiri on his body was so awful that it was unbearable. The centipede said, "The poor bastard is already dead, so throw him away. Can't you all smell the scent of a dead tortoise?" All the animals echoed, "Yes, yes, 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 yes. The poor bastard is dead. So throw him away, throw him away, throw him away, throw him away, throw him away." They were all glad to see the deceitful tortoise dead. So they threw him into a pit and left to market their wares at the market in Nkwagu. When the tortoise saw that all the animals were gone, he slowly moved away from the pit and went home to thank his lovely wife for saving his life. What is the moral of this lesson? The moral here relates to the fact that traditional people abhorred cheats, liars, and the people who employed deceitful methods to get ahead in society. The sense of moral justice that prevailed here was that the perpetrator was caught red-handed and the society would impose its sentence on him. The elders did not want to punish innocent people who were merely accused without knowing for sure that they had committed an offense. So they went to great lengths to ensure that a criminal was caught red-handed in the commission of an act. Finally, sentences had to be harsh enough to serve as a deterrent to others, to ensure the maintenance of stable societies where law and order prevailed. So we can see from this short African folktale, Nigerian in descent, that society abhors cheats, liars, and tricksters, and has punitive measures for such recalcitrants in society. It's across Africa, especially West Africa, that is Nigeria, Cameroon, Benin, Togo, Ghana, Ivory Coast, Liberia, Senegal. These traditions are quite commonplace in these countries, where tradition, customs abhor people with such characters. If you've learned any other lesson from this book, please go down to the comments, share with us, and let us have a tete-a-tete, a conversation. Educate us. Let us educate ourselves. If you're new to this channel, once again, I'd like to encourage you, urge you, nudge you. Please watch it, like it, subscribe to the channel, click on the notification button, and most important of all, share it with your friends and family. Thank you very much for watching Papa-Norr Story Time. My name is Papa-Norr.